In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about experiments and surveys, and really this is an exploration of some more vocabulary. Now I'm going to look ahead to see what they are asking us for so I can try to find it as we go. So in part A of this question, I see they're asking, is this an observational study or is it an experiment? So remember, it will be an experiment if the researcher controls who gets what treatments. It'll be an observational study if the subjects themselves decide which treatment they're going to do. And the researcher simply just makes a list of the subjects that happen to be doing one treatment, and then he makes another, or she makes another list of the subjects doing the other treatment, and then the researcher will record some data from each group. But, so we're going to have to scan through and see, does the researcher decide who gets what treatment, or do the subjects themselves decide which treatment they were going to do? All right, so the dentists in a dental clinic would like to determine if there is a difference between the number of new cavities in people who eat an apple a day versus people who eat less than one apple a week. So it sounds like we have two variables here. We have cavities, and we have number of apples eaten. Okay, so the number of apples that you eat, that's the treatment. All right, some people are going to eat less than one apple a week, and other people are going to eat an apple a day. So the number of apples you eat, that's going to be the treatment. And we're going to see how that affects cavities. So what do? The doctors look at patients' records and place them into two groups. Group 1 is 50 clinic patients who report that they routinely ate an apple a day. Group 2 is 50 clinic patients who report that they eat less than one apple a week. All right, so the answer is going to be right in there. Did the researcher tell the people whether or not they were going to eat apples? Or did the researcher just write down that, so you eat an apple a day? Okay, all right, got it. Oh, you eat less than an apple a week? All right, got it. I'm going to write that down. Which thing happened? Yeah, the doctors just looked at the records, and they just looked at whether or not the patients said they eat an apple a day. So the patients themselves decided how many apples they were going to eat. So the patients themselves decided the treatment that they were going to have. All right, the doctor just recorded which category they fell into. Didn't make them eat any apples, and didn't deprive them of any apples. So this is not going to be an experiment. This is going to be an observational study because the researcher did not decide who gets what variable, who gets what treatment. Now, part B is talking about lurking variables. Now, remember, the two variables we're studying are the number of apples eaten and how that affects the number of cavities you get. All right, those are the only two variables we're trying to study. Any other variable that might affect the number of cavities would be considered a lurking variable. So in this case, the most obvious lurking variable would be diet, meaning what else do they eat? Now, we're not just saying what if. What if somebody ate a bunch of candy? We're saying it's likely that people who eat an apple a day probably eat less junk food than people who never eat apples, or eat less than one a week. It's very likely. You're eating fruit. You're health conscious. So diet would be a lurking variable. So I could say people who eat more apples probably eat less candy and junk food. So if they have fewer cavities, it might be because they eat less candy it might not have anything to do with eating more apples.